Juliet Bravo Lima, VE1 JBL. My name is Jim, and I'll be your net controller for tonight's net. This net meets every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Atlantic Time in the CQ Maritime room 60207. The net is open to all amateurs in the Maritime provinces and is scheduled for 1 hour. The net is also streaming live on YouTube at Rob VE1RMJ. That's Rob R-O-B VE1RMJ Romeo Mike Juliet, so that everyone can follow the net and participate in the chat room. Amateurs will be called in by province. When you check in, please give us your call sign using proper phonetics. After all maritime stations are called in, stations from outside the area will get a chance to check in. A reminder, due to the delay in the system, key up for a second or two before transmitting and keep the PTT button on for a second or two after your transmission has finished. Break. Okay, before we get started, do we have the announcements for the net? Anybody with any announcements? Nothing heard. I will put out an announcement here that I want to thank Charles, VE9HAM up in Fredericton. He emailed me this morning letting me know that the CQ Maritimes room was down. And so I contacted Lauren, VE1BXK down in Parsbro, and Lauren couldn't get connected to it either, so he decided to drive from Parsbro all the way to Amherst and fix up the repeater this afternoon and go in and find out what was going on. It wasn't anything serious, but he got it back up and running. So I'd like to thank Charles for letting me know this morning, because if not, I may have not known until the time of the net here. So thanks, Charles, for letting me know about that the CQ Maritime room was working. And, of course, to Lauren, VE1BXK, for traveling all the way from Parsbro to Amherst today just this afternoon, just to get that up and running for us. So appreciate it very much, Lauren. Okay, so just give me a standby here, and then I'll change pages here, and we'll start. Okay, let's get started here with short time stations. Anybody that can't stay around for the net, so short time stations, or anybody that is mobile that may not be able to get into the net later on. So mobile stations and anybody that's got to get away early on short time stations, come on into the net now.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie, VE9GC. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Golf Lima. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Golf Lima.
Okay, I got two stations to start off here. I got VE9GC and VE9CGL. Anybody else mobile or short time stations that you got to get away?
Victor Yankee 2, Golf Foxtrot.
V1 CSE.
Okay, I got two more that time. I got VY2GF and VE1CSE. Very good. Top of the list, Gordon, very good evening. VE9 Golf Charlie, VE1 JBL.
Yeah, V1 JBL with Wednesday Night Fusion, yeah. Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie. Good evening there, Jim, and everybody on frequency. Gordon here, where am I? Halifax this evening. Going to be bailing out of here very quickly. It's been up since so dark early. Flew in from Newfoundland this morning, and it's been one of those crazy weeks, and it's only halfway through. Anyway, thanks for doing that. Thanks for calling me in, and hope everybody has a fine rest of the week. With that, we'll turn it back to you, sir. VE1 JPL in a minute. Victor Echo 9 and Golf Charlie.
VE9 Golf Charlie, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Gordon. That was the other question I was going to ask you. Where are you located? I didn't think you were home. So usually when you want to get in quick there, you're on the road there. So very good. And have yourself a great evening there. And take care when you're driving home there tomorrow, I guess. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go up to St. Andre and see Jermaine, VE9 CGL, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
Good evening, Jim, and everybody else on the Maritime Fusion net. Sorry I can't stay too long for the net because I have to go tell somebody to move a dryer that he called me, so I'm waiting for his text to go help him out. So have a nice net, Jim, and 7-3 to everybody that's going to come after me, and stay safe. From VE9 Charlie Golf Lima.
Okay, very good, Jermaine. Good on everything there. Thanks very much for taking part there tonight. And remember to bend with your legs when you're moving that dryer. 7-3. Have yourself a great night there. Let's go over to the island. BY2GF, VE1 JBL. George, you always got something on the go. You're always getting in here early. Go ahead.
Well, good evening, Jim, and everybody on the net. I'm coming through Charlottetown. Well, it's going to be an adventuresome weekend. Friday with the freezing rain and heading down to the valley to see my son. So maybe I can get together with the gang down there.
VY2GF, VE1 JBL. I lost half your transmission there. You started to say you're going to with the gang down the valley, and that was the last I got, George. Come on back. VY2GF, VE1 JBL. You still there, George? I lost half of your transmission there. Go ahead. Okay, I'm not sure if George was on a handheld or not there, but it sounds like he just died right off the bat there. So, anyways, maybe he'll check in again there. Let's go down to let's go down to New Midas and see Robert, VE1 CSE, VE1 JBL, and you're up next week, Robert. By the way, go ahead.
VE1 JBL, VE1 CSE. Good evening to you, Jim, on frequency. All right, sounds like a plan. I have the updated preamble and all that. I'll be good to go. Thank you very much for letting me know that. I am time sensitive. Just head over to Walmart and a couple of other places before the sun goes down. So I may be listening portable, but I won't be able to speak anymore. Pass back to you, Jim. VE1 JBL, VE1 CSE.
Yeah, okay, very good, Robert. No problem at all there. Have yourself a great evening. Enjoy your trip to Walmart there. Have yourself a great 7-3 for now. George, are you still there? VY2GF, VE1 JBL. Go ahead if you're there. Okay, nothing heard from him, so let's move on to our provinces now, and we'll go to PEI first and see if anybody else from Prince Edward Island would like to check into the Maritime Fusion net. Stations from PEI want to check into the net, come on in. Okay, nothing heard from PEI. Let's go to New Brunswick. Anybody up in the province of New Brunswick that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion at call sign here is VE1 JBL. Name here is Jim. We're located in Tignish. Stations from New Brunswick for the net. Come on in.
Victor Echo. Form Victor, VE9 EUV.
Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo, VE9, Oscar Sierra Kilo.
V9 Mike Whiskey Whiskey.
Papa.
Okay, I got 4 stations that time. I got Victor Echo 9, Echo Uniform Victor, Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo, Victor Echo 9, Mike Whiskey Whiskey, and Victor Echo 9, Zulu Papa. Any other stations from New Brunswick that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion at? Other stations, come on in.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima. Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima.
Victor Echo 1, Tango Whiskey Hotel, VE1 TWH.
Victor Echo 9, Alpha India, VE9 AI.
Okay, I got 3 more stations, VE9 PAL, VE1 TWH, and VE9 Alpha India. We'll go to the top of the list here. VE9 EUV, VE1 JBL. Good evening, Mark. Come on in.
VE1 JBL, VE9 EUV. Good evening there, Jim, and everyone on net tonight. Good to hear a lot of check-ins already. So kind of great. My 2 young fellas are 8 and 11. Both got the COVID. They're perfectly okay. They kind of had sore throats and a slight cough with one of them. But geez, they bounced back quick, but that means we're stuck home for a little while. The base won't let me go back to work for another 7 days. So I'm getting a lot of projects done anyway, and well, working on my Volkswagen Jetta today, just replaced the CV axle. It was making some noise, and I went for a little test drive, and 200 meters down the road, threw a hole through the case of the transmission. So that one's laid up. My truck's also still in the process of getting fixed. I'm welding the frame and almost done that. But, geez, when it rains, it pours. But, whatever, staying on top of it. Hope everyone else has a good week. Beautiful weather here, so it's nice to spend a little time with the shop doors open. Anyway, you guys enjoy the rest of your week. I'll say 7-3 for now. Back to Jim and Nick Control. This is VE9 EU.
VE9 EUV, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Mark. Yeah, you're right. When it rains, it pours. Yeah, you're not the only one that has had that happen, but hopefully everything will come around. It will, for sure. How did the kids get the COVID, Mark? Was it from school?
Yeah, we're highly suspected that it was school. Hard to say now with so many cases around, and we really weren't out doing anything other than sending them to school, and I was working out in the field 16-hour days all last week, and then Sunday morning, I guess he started feeling a little bad. We tested him Monday morning, sure enough. He got a week off of school, so they're doing fine though. But yeah, I would guess it was the school. But they're still doing well, and well, everybody will be on the mend very soon.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mark. Yeah, hopefully they'll be fine there. I'm sure they will, and that'll all be a history lesson down the road there to talk about. Okay, very good. Thanks, Mark, for coming in, and have yourself a great evening there. Let's go in and see Oscar, VE9 OSK, VE1 JBL. Good evening. VE9 OSK, VE9 OSK, VE1 JBL. Oscar, come on in.
VE1 JBL, VE9 Oscar Sierra Q. Good evening, Jim, and everybody on the net tonight. Hope the repeater is not too lagging too much there. seems so pretty good so far. Just going to give you a check-in for that. Nothing very new here. We're just waiting for the better weather, the better temperature, I could say. But it's climbing slowly, and then longer days of sunshine, so that's on the good side of it there. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for calling me in. 73 from Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo.
Yeah, okay, very good, Oscar. Yeah, thanks for coming in there. Yes, the same here, actually, on Sunday, which was actually the first day of spring. I seen a bunch of cracks in the ice out front here. We have the Tignish River right directly in front of us here, and I noticed some big cracks coming in it. No water, but I did see the cracks coming in. And then on Monday, which was actually the first full day of spring, yes, she all separated, and the water came through. So we finally got to see water. And now it's quite broken up. There's still a lot of ice in the river here, but it's all broken up. And the ducks are here, and the geese and the eagles are sitting in the tree again. And it's just spring has sprung, that's for sure. So it is nice to see. Always nice to see when that ice breaks up and you can see the river again. So you know spring's on the way. Thanks, Oscar. Have yourself a great evening there. Thanks very much for taking part. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go see Mike in Moncton. VE9 Mike Whiskey VE1 JBL. Good evening.
Good evening there, JBL. I'd like to say hi to everybody on the frequency, and hope you guys have a good rest of the week and a good weekend coming up. This is V9 Mike Whiskey in Moncton.
VE9 Mike Whiskey VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Mike. No problem at all there. Great to have you on board there, and join us more often you get the chance there. Good to have more the merrier, that's for sure. And thanks again for coming in. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go up to, I got it on QRZ here, Don. Rush de Gornish. We're going to see Don, VE9 Zulu Papa, as it is pronounced on the QRZ page. VE1 JBL. Good evening.
VE1 JBL, VE9 Zulu Papa. Very good, Jim. Very good indeed. Well, had a pretty darn good day today, Jim. Did a service on a new build earlier this morning and did some service calls in the afternoon. So it was a chance for me to actually roll the window down in the van and enjoy a little bit of that beautiful weather. That was a gorgeous day. Anyways, that's about it from Russ the Gorgeous there, Jim, and hope everyone has a great evening and a better tomorrow. So waving a hand from Russ the Gorgeous, Victor Echo 9 Zulu Papa. Thank you, Jim.
Yeah, okay, very good, Don. Yeah, good to have you on board there tonight there. And, yeah, I like it on your QRZ there. You've got how to pronounce it. So that's a good thing to remember, that's for sure. Thanks, Don. Have yourself a great week there. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go to Irishtown and see Paul, VE9 PAL, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
Yeah, V1 JBL, this is V9 PAL. How you doing there, Jim and Dawn and everybody else on the net? Yeah, she's cooling off there. She's 2 degrees right now there, but it was a fantastic day. Can't complain at all. Anyway, no traffic here. You guys all have a great rest of the week. Take care. V9 PAL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Paul. Good to have you on board as always there, and thanks very much for taking part. 7-3 for now. And let's go talk to Gary, VE9AI, VE1 JBL for Ferguson. Come on in.
VE1 JBL, VE9AI. Good evening to one and all, and thanks for doing the net, Jim. And not much new here, I guess. This handheld was kind of screwy, like it got a static electricity charge on my hands and drove it nuts. But Charles got it all fixed up for me. Anyway, so, like I said, not much new. There's still snow on some's melted, but along the streets here in the driveway and a bit on the lawn yet. So it's hard stuff. It's well packed down and you can walk right on it. But anyway, a few good days may take it down. I guess nothing else, Jim. And with that, V1 JBL, Net Control, VE9 AI, here in Fredericton.
Yeah, okay, very good, Garrett. Yeah, everything is kind of getting mushy down here. But anyway, it is going away, that's for sure. Very good. Thanks very much, Gary, for checking in. Have yourself a great week there. Okay, let's go see Tom, VE1TWH, VE1JBL. Good evening.
VE1JBL, VE1TWH. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to all those on net. Actually just away in Fredericton on meetings this week, traveling home tomorrow. Hopefully try and stay ahead of the freezing rain in the forecast. Beautiful day here in Fredericton. Hopefully I'm getting in okay on the HT through the cement walls of the Delta downtown. And anyway, just checking in and wish everybody a good evening. Thanks for calling me in. Back to you, VE1TWH Portable.
The VE1TWH portable, VE1JBL, no problem, Tom. It's working perfectly there. And yeah, the repeater, I'm thinking, it used to be a forestry building that the repeater used to be on there. I think right across from the Princess Margaret Bridge there, or whatever, or a bridge there in Fredericton. I'm not sure if it's still there or not. But no problem. Actually, you're coming in there loud and clear, so no problem at all. Good to hear you on there, and safe trip back home tomorrow there, or later in the week there, whatever it is there. And I'm still looking forward to an email from you, Tom. I know you were going to send me some information about some maybe local stuff going on here, but I never got anything yet there, so maybe it's not in stone yet, but maybe we'll get something down the road there. So anyways, take care, and have yourself a great evening up there, and enjoy your stay at the Delta there. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, that's one round of PEI and one round of New Brunswick, so let's go into Nova Scotia. And we'll take our first round from Nova Scotia. So any stations from Nova Scotia would like to check into the Maritime Fusion net using proper phonetics. This is VE1JBL, Jim.
Victor Echo 1, Zulu X-ray, VE1ZX.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet, Whiskey, VE1JW.
Victor Echo 1, Kilo Echo Victor.
Victor Echo 1, Golf Uniform Yankee, V1GUY.
Victor Echo 1, Delta, Alpha, Delta.
Okay, I got 5 stations at a time. There might have been a double at the first there, but anyways, I do have 5 stations here. I have VE1ZX, VE1JW, VE1KEV, VE1GUY, and VE1DAD. Any other stations from Nova Scotia that would like to check into the net?
Victor Bravo, Jim. Dear Quebec.
Delta Echo Sierra. VA1 Victor Charlie.
Okay, I got a few more that time. I got, where did I leave off here? Let's go with VE1DAD, VE1BBB, VE1IQ, VE1DES, and VA1 Victor Charlie. Any other stations from Nova Scotia before we get in the rundown?
Echo, Echo, Echo.
Oh, Whiskey Papa. Romeo Foxtrot Juliet.
Okay, got a few more there. I got VE1 Triple E. I got VE1 TMP, and VE1, this one's got a new one for me, RFJ. Okay, let's go to the top of the list and see Brad. VE1ZX, VE1JBL. Good evening again, Brad.
V1JBL with the Fusion Net, V1 Zulu. Actually, very good evening, Jim. And very good evening to Cousin Joe there, V1GY, coming off the Yarmouth repeater there. And half decent day here. It's still +2 here, Jim. Thanks for checking me and thanks for doing the net there. V1JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net, V1 Zulu X-ray, Brad, and 2 Island Petersburg.
Yeah, okay, very good, Brad. Yeah, good on everything there, and thanks to you for helping me out there this afternoon, getting a hold of the Churro Club there, just in case we need it as a backup there. Appreciate you doing that there, and I did get an email from Lauren to see what was going on. I assume you got the same one there, so very good. Thanks on everything. And yes, I talked to Joe yesterday, VE1GUI. I talked to him for, good 15, 20 minutes there, and he mentioned you there. And so we knew there was a family connection there, Brad, so there you go. And Joe will be coming here after. I explained to him about the net tonight there and asked him to take part there. So good to see him on board there tonight. Thanks, Brad. Have yourself a great evening there, 7-3 for now. Let's go in the green one and see Eric, VE1JW to VE1JBL.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. I'm feeling it. It's a good start. My boys got it fixed. I was listening to some of the conversation there today. I was working on some files on the computer, but I was listening with interest to see how they made out and see if we were going to have to call somewhere else today. But anyway, I'm glad Lauren was able to fix it quite easily. I'm not sure what it was, but I gather it was a simple fix, and that's the best kind. When you go in expecting a big fix and you find a simple one, that's great. But when you go in expecting a simple one and find a big problem, it's not as much fun. So I'm glad he was successful and things went well. Other than that, not too much here. I've been working on some files on the computer today. Other than that, I haven't really done a whole lot today, but just picking away at that and got about 60% of what I wanted to do with the files done. So maybe another day I can finish up the rest of it, just reorganizing some files on my computer, cleaning up some, trying to get rid of some of the junk. Other than that, listening with interest, Jim, and looking forward to the rest of the net. E1JW.
Yeah, okay, very good, Eric. Yeah, I don't think it was anything serious here. I do have an email from him, but I just got it just before I started the net up here, so I'll read it later on and see what was going on. But I think he told me it was very minor, whatever it was, something to do with the computer. So we'll check that out later. Thanks, Eric, for coming in, and have yourself a great evening there. Okay, let's go to Amherst and see Kevin, VE1KEV, VE1JBL.
Yeah, very good evening, Jim. V1JBL for the Fusion Wednesday Night Net, V1KEV. Good evening to Eric going out the door and all on the net there tonight. And yeah, it was a nice day here. I was just in where was I actually Saxville, I guess. Went up to the city there and then to Saxville and back home. So I got to play on the computer here a little while before supper, and then we'll come back in the shack here this evening. So anyway, good to see that we're gonna have a full house at the symposium. Good to see that for sure. And that's it, I guess, from here, Jim. Thank you very much for doing the net. Thanks for calling me in. And 7-3 for now. V1JBL from V1KEV.
Yeah, okay, very good, Kevin. Good on everything there. And yeah, it is going to be a full house there, so that's good. And I look forward to our meeting here on the 1st of April here. And we'll get some more things finalized here. The radios are all bought now. Oh, my goodness. Steve picked them up yesterday. He was in the radio world yesterday, so he picked up the grand prizes there. So he has them at his location. He'll be bringing them down here early in April when he comes there. So the prizes are in the mail. Let's put it that way. Okay, Kevin, thanks very much. Have yourself a great evening there. 7-3 for now. And let's go down and see Joe. And VE1GUY, VE1JBL. And welcome to the Maritime Fusion, Joe. Come on in.
V1JBL, V1GUY, Vector Echo 1 Golf Uniform Yankee. Good evening there, Jim. Good evening to Brad going out the back door, or the other back door. Good evening there, Brad. And everyone else that's on frequency there tonight. Yeah, there's another net coming up at 8 o'clock, the Fundy Amateur Radio Net. So I guess we'll click in on that. That's on the 2-meter band. But anyway, no, I had a pretty good day. We drove up the Yarmouth. Our wife was looking for a few blinds for the windows. She wants to take the curtains down, put some blinds up. It's a little different. Zebra blinds. She couldn't find what we want, or she couldn't find what she wanted. So anyway, that's where we've been all day and looking for them. We went in every store just to look for the blinds. Couldn't find none. See some, but not the size and not quite just what it is. So anywho, no, pretty good day here. We got temperature here is 6 degrees here now. And the barometer is going up. And like you said, rising right to the moon, like they say. So 1,022.7 millibars and rising. But we hadn't had no rain for a couple of days. We did have some coming in there last night. There was some drizzling coming through. But other than that, everything was pretty good. Anyway, no, I got in the Fusion. I thought everybody taught this Fusion. I said, well, I think they should name it Confusion. But anyway, I guess I get used to it. Got too many things on the go, too many communication apps on the go, so get mixed up after a while. But anyway, thanks for calling me in there, Jim. You enjoy the evening. I hope everything goes good. V1JBL, V1GUY.
Yeah, okay, very good, Joe. Good on everything there, and you're sounding great. Absolutely no problem at all. So the Fusion radio is working good. So and good to hear you on there. Join us more often there if you get a chance on the on Wednesday nights there. Just remember, it's before the Funny Net at 8. So try and get in there early, and if you got to get away early, you can too. So there you go. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go down and see Dave. VE1DAD, VE1JBL. Good evening.
Good evening, Jim, and everybody on frequency. Beautiful day down here. Went for an ATV ride in the back country, and a beautiful day. Not a lot of dust, not a lot of mud. A little cool in the morning, got great in the afternoon. Made 140 kilometers or so, something like that. Saw 5 deers and a lot of trees, so beautiful day. Figured I'd check in here, so thanks a lot for taking me in, and 73s, we'll hear you next week.
Yeah, okay, very good, David. And I see you're coming through your own node there tonight. You've used the Yarmouth repeater before, have you not? Or have you always used your node to get into the net here?
No, I just set up this node here. Not very long ago. I was using the Yarmouth repeater for a while, and picked up a Yaesu 100 and figured I'd make my own node. So that's what I did. Why did I do that? Just to see if it works, or?
Yeah, very good. Very good. Well, it works well, that's for sure. That's it. I was going to say, it looks new to you. So, anyways, it's looking good and working good there too, David. So, all is good. Thanks very much for taking the time to check in on that there, 7-3. Have yourself a great evening. Let's go back into Amherst and see Ron, VE1BBB, VE1JB.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima, Victor Echo 1, Bravo, Bravo, Bravo. Well, good evening, Jim, and good evening to all those on frequency. Not much to report from here. I'm right at the 0 level of my temperature at my QTH, and other than that, while I think of it, give me a call in the morning regarding volunteering for the Smart Conference there, will you?
Okay, Ron. Yeah, I can do that. You want me to call you in the morning? Let me see now. Okay, yeah, okay, I'll give you a call in the morning there. We are going to town tomorrow, but I don't think it's till later on there, so I'll give you a call in the morning.
That's great, Jim. I'll be home all morning. So anyway, it looks like you're having a good net there tonight. And like I say, good evening to all those on frequency. 73, BE1 JVL. This is BE1 BDB on standby.
Okay, very good, Ron. Thanks very much for taking part in the net there, 7-3. Have yourself a great evening there. Okay, let's go back down to the valley and see Brian, BE1IQ, BE1 JBL.
VE1 JBL, VE1IQ. Good evening, Jim. And after I was talking to you, nice guy showed up at my door here with a package. Said, your computer's all fixed. It's got a new CPU and new memory in it. It works like a dingbat. So I'm quite happy sitting here listening to the net and playing with the computer. VE1 India, Quebec.
Oh, very good, Brian. Well, I'm glad it came back so soon there. I know you're looking forward to it there, so I'm glad it's back, and I'm glad it's working well there. So very good. Thanks, Brian, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening there. Now let's go back down to Yarmouth and see Don, VE1 DES, VE1 JVL.
V1 JVL, V1 DES. Evening, Jim. You know, the folks on board. Nice hearing to your wife check in. Man, that handheld he's using is quite the audio. It sounds louder than most mobile rigs. But sounding good. Nice to hear him on board. And other than that, not a great deal going on here. Hey, I want to thank all the guys who have the technical knowledge to keep things running for folks like me who can't. Thank you, Jim. V1 JBL, V1 DES.
Yeah, okay, very good, Don. Yeah, and it's a lot of them that keeps the system up and running. I can use the radio, but I don't know all the technical stuff behind it. But as I said today, there we were down and out. But one of our gentlemen from our club there, he drove all the way from Parsbrook up to Amherst to fix up the repeater, get it going, and drove back home there. So and it's good to have those technical people that can fix these things when we need them for sure. Thanks, Don, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening there. Now let's go down to Hansport and see how all the animals are doing. Well, we'll even ask how he's doing. BE1 Victor Charlie, BE1 JBL.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Good evening to everyone on the net. Well, they're running around all the time, but I'm just about out of seed there, so they're going to have to run back out and get the food the old-fashioned way. Dig up the nuts under the leaves and look for bugs and stuff. I've gone through so much seed this winter, I just can't afford to waste it anymore, because, look, we don't know how much money we're going to have to, extra money we're going to have to spend this year due to all these things that's going on and prices going up and all this. So either I'm going to stop or I'm going to cut back just a little bit of bird seed there, not very much. But, yeah, the deer come back up in the field. They eat the grass up there once in a while. There's not much there. I don't think the frost is on the ground really good yet, but a typical March day today, over here my way, just dark, dark, dark all day. Sun just about gone down, then the sun come out there for the few seconds that the sun was shining its last golden rays there, and that was it. That is March weather, but anyway, got some rain coming, and something probably connected to those tornadoes they had down there, but anyway, I did get something on the news here just a few minutes ago, something I've been wanting to know, and I think it was ATV. I always tape everything I watch so I can back it up and watch it as many times as I want, but they said they want some people to come in for that fourth COVID shot. Anyone in Nova Scotia who has an autoimmune illness, and the one I got is rheumatoid arthritis, and I take a medication called methotrexate, and that's the one that lowers my immune system. But I'm soon going to be off that one, and then maybe my immune system can help me get along a little better. But anyway, so there is a fourth shot coming up for people in Nova Scotia with compromised immune system, and you can start booking now. Anybody from October on, they mentioned the whole thing. So I was wondering that if maybe they didn't really want us to come back, but they said tonight there on the news they did. So
That's the one important thing I got to get done, I guess. Anyway, they shouldn't have a hard time finding a hole in my arm. I don't know if it's even sealed up again. I got 4 or 5 of them this year, so I'm going to add another one. But I don't mind that. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well, and I got an awful draft in my ear the other night. Now I went through one ear and then it stopped and hit the other ear, or the eardrum, and now it's aching. So anyway, I got to keep the hood up over my head when the strong March wins. 7-3 for now, Jim. Everybody have a good rest of the week.
Yeah, okay, very good, Don. Good on everything there, and yeah, get that shot for sure there, and that'll help for sure there. So very good, and good on everything else there. Yes, the feed has gone up quite a bit. Don, I went into town there last week. I was thinking about getting another bag of sunflower seeds, and the bag had gone up $10. $10 a bag. I couldn't believe it. I said $10. I said I could see $1 or $2, but not $10. So no, I didn't buy any more sunflower seeds. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm spreading it out here over a lot of time here, and not going to get another one this year. But anyways, very good, Don. Thanks very much. Have yourself a great evening there, and yes, get that shot. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go into Chesapeake and see Joe. VE1 Triple E, VE1 JBL.
V1 JBL, V1 Triple E. Well, good evening, Jim. Good evening to the assembled multitude on frequency. Like Donnie says, she's cool. March is here and just showing her colors and breeze. And with the daylight hours are getting longer, things are looking better every day. So another month we'll be laughing at it. Then we'll be complaining about the flies that come around. Then it gets too hot in the summer. The fall's too short, the winter is too cold, and the spring is too wet. Guy told me that one day, and I told him he was on the wrong planet. So there you go. Nothing else, Jim. Have a good one. 7-3 for now. V1 Triple E.
Yeah, okay, very good, Joe. Yeah, good at everything there, and good to hear you on the net there tonight. There, we don't hear you on this one too often, so good to have you on board there tonight. Thanks very much for taking part. Have yourself a great evening. Okay, these last two are either new or I've got the call sign wrong. The first one is VE1 Tango Mike Papa, TMP, or a call very similar to that. Come on in.
Yes, it's VE1 TWP, Jim, or VE1 Tango Whiskey Pop.
That sounds better. VE1TWP. Yes, I do have you on here, Tom, from Cole Harbor. VE1TWP, VE1 JVL. Come on in.
Roger, thanks for calling me in. It was a nice day out here in Cole Harbor finally. The sun come out a little bit and warmed the place up, and it looks like maybe when this weekend passes by, everything should be looking just fine. So I thank you again for calling me in, and have a great evening.
Okay, very good, Tom. Thanks very much for stopping by. I do appreciate it there, and have yourself a great evening. Okay, the other station is I hope I got this one right, but this looks like a new one for me, too. I got a Victor Echo 1 Romeo Foxtrot Juliet. Victor Echo 1 Romeo Foxtrot Juliet, or something very similar to that. Come on in. The name here is Jim on this end.
Yeah, VE1 JBL. It's Victor Alpha 1 Romeo Foxtrot Juliet. Name's Ross, calling in from downtown Halifax. I think it's the first time on the Fusion net. Pulled out the handheld Yaesu and remembered that there is a Fusion net, so I thought I would give it a try. I'm usually on my base station and not on Fusion, so thought I'd hop on tonight and say hello and check it out, and say 7-3 to all on the call. Thanks for checking me in, Jim. V1 JBL. It's Victor Alpha 1 Romeo Foxtrot Juliet.
Victor Alpha 1, Romeo Foxtrot Juliet, Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima. Okay, very good, Ross. Well, welcome to Fusion, and welcome to the Maritime Fusion. Yes, it is your first time checking in, because I have a master list here of everybody who's checked into the net since we started January of last year, or 2019, I should say, and 2020, I guess. And yeah, you're not on this list, so this is the first time you're checking into the Maritime Fusion Net. So welcome aboard. Thanks very much for taking part in that here. We're here every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, so hope to hear you more often. 7-3 for now, and thanks again for taking part in the net there. Okay, with that, we are at the end of the first round of the Maritimes here, so let's put a call out for any stations outside the Maritimes. I think probably Francis is on here, and probably a couple others here. So stations from outside the Maritimes would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. This is your time. Come on in.
VE3 X-Ray India Delta.
November.
Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa.
Victor Echo 3 X-Ray India Delta.
Okay, I got three stations. I got Victor Echo 3, X-Ray India Delta, N1 CDN, and Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa. Any other stations from outside the Maritimes? Outside the Maritimes, I'd like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Come on in. Nothing heard. We'll go to the top of the list. VE3XID, VE1JBL. Good evening, Jim. How's things up in Cornwall?
V1JBL, V3XID. Well, thanks for calling me in, Jim, and thank you very much for all the emails. Very informative. And, yeah, I even found one there a couple weeks ago, maybe, or a couple months, about a friend of mine that I actually knew personally, V9DAN. I was very saddened to know about that, and I used to keep in touch with his mother before she died as well. So, anyway, other than that, it had been a kind of an overcast day, but we did get above freezing. I think we hit the 4-degree mark. So, oh well, yeah. I guess as long as we can stay close to the freezing mark, we'll be all right. As long as we don't get any freezing rain. So, other than that, not much else. We'll say good evening to everybody on the net, and 7-3, and yeah, we'll just listen along here. So, turn it back to net control, V1JBL, V3XID.
Yeah, okay, very good, Jim. Good on everything there. Yeah, we're supposed to get some freezing rain here tomorrow night. I think from midnight through to 7 a.m. on Sunday morning, we're supposed to get a few hours of freezing rain. Now, we were supposed to get that last weekend, and we never got a thing. We never got the wind. We never got the freezing rain. We never got anything. And but they're giving it again for tomorrow night from midnight till 7 a.m. Sunday morning. We're supposed to get freezing rain. So we'll see what happens there. But spring is sprung. The rivers opened up on Monday, so the ducks are back, and everything is looking good here. So nice to see the river back open. Thanks, Jim, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. Now let's go down to Seminole, and I'm sure there's no ice in the river down there. N1 CDN, VE1JBL. Come on in, Steve.
I think you might have just called me in. I'm not sure. Let me make sure I'm not doubling with somebody. Yeah, V1JBL and the net, N1CDN. Yeah, the ice is off the rivers here, too. And sorry to hear about Dan's passing, Jim. I knew Dan as well. The E9DAN dipoles are necessary. And I've often wondered how he was these days, because I was, probably in my
early 20s when I met Dan, so he's not a young man, because I'm not a young man. Anyway, not much to report. We just booked another cruise. We're off to the Bahamas, and we'll report in from there, hopefully. If I can find a fusion repeater down there during the net, that would be awesome. But we're taking the whole family with us. My daughter's flying in from Shediac, and my wife's 2 daughters live here locally. We're taking them, and we're taking our grandson, and we've got 3 cabins, 7 of us going. It's going to be a real blast. So looking forward to it. A little short trip because I don't want to spend that much time with the family. And my daughter has to fly back the day after the cruise. She's flying back to Shediac. So that's what we got from the south. 7-3, guys. Enjoy the day. N1CDN.
N1CDN, BE1JBL. Okay, very good, Steve, and everything. Good on the cruise there. The silent key. Okay, we better back up here. I have nothing on the silent key list for this gentleman. Let's go back to Jim, BE3XID. Who did you say passed away, Jim? I'm just looking at the silent key list. I don't have anybody by that name or call sign there. Go ahead.
That was V1JBL, V3XID. It wasn't current. It was several months back, and it was, you did list it. You sent it through to me. It came from, where did it come from? I'm going to have to go through my mailbox, figure out which one it was in, but it definitely came through on the SK files.
Okay, very good, Jim. Was the call sign, I'm just looking back here, was it DE9DEL?
No, that was Delbert. I knew him as well, but V9DAN, Delta Alpha November. Diodes are necessary. Now, he was fighting that for many years.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I'm still not seeing it here, but anyways, because I know a VE9DEN, and that's Denny up in Dalhousie.
No, as a matter of fact, I heard Denny just last week on the Fredericton net, so he's still around.
Yeah, okay, very good, Jim. If you think of it, send me an email with the name and the call sign again, because I'm not seeing it here. So, yeah, just send me an email. I'm curious about that. Very good. Thanks very much for coming in, and 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go to Francis out in Alberta, and with a brand new home. Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa, BE1JBL. How is the new home in Wainwright? Go ahead.
VE1 JBL from VA6FP. Good evening to you, Jim, and good evening to everyone back home in the Maritimes on the Maritime Fusion net. Well, let me tell you, it's nice to be in our own place. We really appreciated the fact that our son kept us there since last October, but it's nice to be in our own place. Only trouble is now, Jim, we seem to be shifting boxes from room to room. And we've been spending over the last hour trying to put a silly TV stand together. If you ever want an exercise in frustration, you just buy one of those kits and see what it's like putting together. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. My goodness, the people who do the diagrams for those things, sure the heck don't really know what it's going to be like at the other end when you're trying to assemble it. Anyway, we're having fun. Going to barbecue tonight. It's a beautiful day here today. Overcast most of the day, but plus 14 degrees Celsius, so it's finally warming up. Thank goodness. I was starting to lose hope. Other than that, Jim, nothing else to report here. Enjoying the weather and wishing everyone back home in the Maritimes a very good week ahead, 7-3 all around. Thanks for doing the net and calling us in. Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima from Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa. I almost used my old call sign. 7-3, Jim.
Yeah, okay, very good there, Francis. Yeah, I know all about those units that you're talking about there. I've put many together there, and you think you put one together, you know them all, but boy, they're all a little bit different, that's for sure. And the instructions are less than desirable. Let's put it that way. You got to figure it out. But anyways, it all works out in the end. Thanks, Francis. And good in the temperature. Yeah, I did see it was 14 in Calgary today there too. So and you guys always get spring before we do here. So happy spring, that's for sure. Thanks, Francis, and talk to you later on there. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we're going to start the second round here of the Maritime Fusion. And first, we're going to look for stations from Prince Edward Island. Any stations from Prince Edward Island that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion? This is your time. Come on in.
Comment?
Okay, one more try for stations from Prince Edward Island. Any other stations from Prince Edward Island like to check into that?
Alpha India, Charlie.
Comment?
Okay, I see Steve in there for the recheck, I think. First I'll take Ron. And Ron, you're very badly broken up there. I got your call sign here, but didn't hear much on the audio. VE1AIC, VE1JBL, come on in.
Yeah, okay, Jim. Just in the living room, lying down on the couch. Probably didn't have the board well set up very well. Courier from PEI, VE1AIC.
Okay, very good, Ron. You come in perfectly that time. Absolutely no problem at all. So anything else for the net there?
No. Just watching the news here. Have a good night, VE1AIC.
Yeah, okay, very good, Ron. Enjoy your lay down on the couch there. 7-3. Okay, Steve, were you rechecking there? I did see your call sign up there, N1CDM.
Yeah, are you hearing me okay?
Yeah, Roger, coming in fine now. N1CDN, VE1JBL. Go ahead, Steve.
All right, give me your email address. I have Dan's obituary locked and loaded, ready to send you.
Oh, okay, it's Jim, J-I-M, and then my call sign, VE1JBL, at gmail.com. So Jim, VE1JBL at gmail.com. QSL?
QSL, on its way.
Okay, very good, Steve. Thanks very much. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we've done PEI, so let's go into New Brunswick. Second round from stations from New Brunswick. I'd like to check into the Maritime Fusion at stations from New Brunswick. Go ahead.
VE9, Victor Echo Alpha, VE9, Victor Echo Alpha.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor, VE9 MTV.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo.
Okay, I got three stations that time. I got VE9 VEA, VE9 MTV, and VE9 CUB, and I have a pen that's only half writing here. And boy, you're gonna hate that when you're trying to write something and you get half a figure in here and it doesn't work again. This one's going to go in the garbage here after. Any other stations from the province of New Brunswick that'd like to check into the Maritime Fusion at stations from New Brunswick? Go ahead.
VE1 OL, VE1 Oscar Lima.
Victor Echo 1, November Alpha Tango. Victor Echo 1, November Alpha Tango.
Okay, two more stations, VE1OL and VE1NAT. Let's go to the top of the list here. VE9, VEA, VE1JBL. Good evening, Vern.
Yeah, V1JBL, Wednesday Night Fusion Net Control. Good evening, Jim, and good evening to all fine, outstanding, upstanding hams on frequency there for sure. Well, Jim, we've been riding along with you there from pretty, well, almost the start. I was several minutes late getting in, but there was an explanation for that. The thing is, Jim, I cut the news short, come in, lay down a little bit early, got ready for the net, put in the frequency as I thought, in the radio, and then waited, no net. So finally I got back up, put in the computer, and would you believe, Jim? I get into the computer, looked at the 400 in there and the frequency, and I said, now I know what's wrong. The net was going full tilt on the 400, but not on the FT5 here. So I saw what was going on and took a look, and I come back in, and I had the wrong frequency on the FT5 here. I had the wrong frequency, so, it works a lot better to communicate between radios and systems using the correct frequency, that's for sure. So I found that one out tonight again. That's not the first time I've done it, though, Jim. You think after a while I'd learn a bit, but no, I don't. Anyhow, Jim, that's the story. So, but we finally got in. We've been riding along with you since. And Jim, VE9DAN Delta Alpha November was Dan Hebert, or Hebert. I forget how he pronounced it exactly. I always said Dan Hebert, but I think it was Dan Hebert. So he was originally from Dalhousie, and he was an engineer and retired from engineering. I think the last place he worked was Point La Pro. So he lived down near VE9 GSB at where he lives down there, and passed away. He had cancer. So that was the story. Anyhow, that's who it was, Dan. It was way last, it was last fall, I think, Jim. So we knew him personally. Used to have a great time with him on the air and off the air. So go from there. VE9, VE will pass that along. Outside of that, I'm going to time out here, so I got to get out of here, Jim. We're just saying 7-3 to all. Everybody have a great evening. 7-3 to all. 88.
Yeah, okay, very good, Fern. Yes, you did time out there, but we got everything there. And yes, and Steve, I got your email, and yes, I just didn't go back far enough. I scrolled all the way back to March, and actually it'll be 1 year ago this Saturday. 1 year ago this Saturday that John passed away there, March 26, 2021. And I have him down here as in Chance Harbor, New Brunswick here, so very good. So thanks, Fern, and thanks, Steve, for passing that along there. I knew I must have had him. I just didn't go back far enough. Very good. Thanks, Vern, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening there. Okay, let's go into Moncton. Let's go into Irishtown and see Mike, VE9MTV, VE1JBL.
Yeah, VE1JBL with the Maritime Fusion at VE9MTV. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to everybody on the net. Vern, you better put some plasters on that those alligator bites there. Hi. He caught you at the end just the same there, Vern. Yeah, very good. Funny things. When you were at your wireless, you see the timer, so you know it. You know when you gotta go. Yeah, beautiful day here today. Went to the clubhouse this morning there to talk to the fellows and help out a few hands with some problems they had there with packing. So and just got in a little bit late, looking for some receipts there for my so I can do my taxes there. Yeah, that time of year, I guess. Hopefully I'll get something back. I won't have to pay anything. Anyway, Jim, have a good net. Thanks for doing the net and sounding good, everybody. And have a good net. We'll be listening for a while. Coming through by personal note tonight. B1JBL, VE9 MTV, 73, everybody.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. Good and everything. Yeah, my taxes are sitting right in front of me here, and I got to go to town tomorrow. We have a friend of ours that actually does ours up here for us, and I used to always do them, but after we got married and we started doing this split pension or split whatever it is here that they have, I said no, I'm not even going to attempt that. So we take it in and let him look them over and do them there. But it always works out great on our end there. So. Well, hopefully be another good return here this year. Thanks, Mike, for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. And Jim, I also got the email from you about the VE9 DAN. I also got it from you here. So thanks a lot, guys. And yeah, I just didn't go back far enough to find him there. Anyways, okay, with that, let's go to Dawn at VE9 CUB at VE1 JBL.
Victor Echo 1, JBL, this is Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo here on handheld. Good evening, Jim, and good evening to everybody on frequency. Hello to Mike there, just out the door before me. And I think I noticed AEDV was trying to get through there this last round, but anyway, say hi to him once he does get in. So with that, Jim, there's no real traffic to share, just a simple hi, check in, and hope everybody's having a great week, but more importantly, a safe week. So with that, I'll give it back to you. Victor Echo 1, JBL, this is Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo. Thanks, Jim, for doing that and calling me in. Over.
VE9 CUB, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Don. Good and everything there. And the portable's working very well there. It's a great audio out of that one for sure there. So great on everything. And okay, I put ADV down at the end here. So JP, if you're listening, I've got you down here at the end here. Very good. Thanks, Don, for coming in. Have yourself a great week there. Okay, let's go up to Quiz Spam Assistant C. Aubrey, VE1 OL, VE1 JBL.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, everybody on the net tonight. This is VE1OL. I was on the Maritime net and now over here. So good to hear everybody. Everybody sounds good. I'm on my FT70. And great day here today. Lots of sun and lots of wind, but I think it's calmed down quite a bit now. So thanks again for calling me in, and back to you, VE1OL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Aubrey. Good and everything there, and thanks very much for checking in. And yeah, I got to fix my HF antenna. My G5RV, one of the leg came down today. It was I had rope on either end of it, but the rope was wearing away very. There wasn't much left to it. And I'm surprised it lasted as long with all the wind that we've had. I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. But when I went out this morning, the end had come down. So, but I've got some new stuff that I'm going to put on it and get it back up there tomorrow. So then I can get back into the Maritime net there also on HF. Very good, Aubrey. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening there. Let's go up to Edmonton and see Natalie and VE1NAT. And I did get your registration form for Smart, Natalie. So you will be joining Bert on the way down here this year. VE1NAT, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Hi everyone, nothing to report. I hope we will have a nice day when I will go with Bert to the smart day. So have a nice evening. Thank you for the animation of the net tonight. And it's Natalie in Edmundston. Bye-bye.
Okay, very good, Natalie. Good and everything there. And there is going to be a table set up at Smart for the lady amateurs. Teresa, BY2TAM from BEI is going to be running the table there. I think she's putting a gift package together there to sell some tickets on a gift package there for the ladies. So when you get there, make sure you go in and see Teresa there. And hopefully all the ladies will get together and have a little nice chat there throughout the day there. So thanks, Natalie, for coming in, and have yourself a great evening there. Okay, BE9ADV, BE1JBL. Are you in there, JP? BE9ADV, BE1JBL. Okay, nothing heard. That was our second round from New Brunswick, so let's go into Nova Scotia. Let's go into Nova Scotia and do our second round from Nova Scotia. Any stations from Nova Scotia that like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, call sign here is BE1JBL. My name is Jim out in Tignish, Nova Scotia. So any stations from Nova Scotia, come on in.
VE1 Zulu Bravo.
Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet.
VE1 RCC Mobile, Victor Echo 1, Romeo Charlie Charlie Mobile.
Alpha Bravo Archer.
Okay, I got a few stations here. I got VE1 Zulu Bravo, VE1 Romeo Mike Juliet, VE1 Romeo Charlie Charlie Mobile, Victor Alpha 1 Bravo India Lima, and Victor Echo 1 Alpha Bravo X-Ray. Any other stations from Nova Scotia? Second round, stations from Nova Scotia. Come on in. Nothing heard. We'll take the mobile station first. Rob, come on in. VE1 RCC, VE1 JBL.
V1, oh my, JBL, will you? V1 RCC Mobile here, mobile and back to the QTH there, going back to Wedgeport. Just taking off from Yarmouth, currently in Arcadia. Anyway, beautiful day, actually a real nice day here in Southwest Nova here. Wall-to-wall sunshine type thing, wall-to-wall blue, I should say. And I think it was 4 or 5 degrees. It was really nice. But anyway, other than that, that's about it there. So it's a rarity that I'm here at this time of the day. But anyway, today is exception, so I may as well check in. So anyway, thanks for letting me in. Everyone have a good one there. VE1R, CC Mobile.
Yeah, okay, very good, Rob. Good to hear you on there. Glad you took the time to get in here. And Joe was on earlier, by the way, VE1GUY there. And he sent me an email yesterday. I said, do you go by Guy or by Joe? Because you were calling him Joe yesterday. So I guess he wants to be called Joe. So I called him Joe here this evening here. So anyways, he did get in there, sounding good. And he's enjoying the new portable for sure there. So and sounding good on the radio. Very good. Thanks, Rob, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening and safe travels there. Okay, top of the list, Mike, VE1 Zulu Bravo, VE1 JBL.
VE1 JBL, VE1 Zulu Bravo. Good evening, Jim. Good evening, everybody on frequency. I'll say a little Robert there coming up behind me. Not much to report here. I made a trip up to Amherst this afternoon. It's kind of interesting. It's in a couple of businesses there. Some people wearing masks, some people not. I wore mine. Anyways, thanks for doing the net tonight, and thanks for checking me in. VE1 Zulu Bravo.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. Yeah, we'll find that out tomorrow. We're going to town tomorrow. Wendy's going to go into the dentist for a second there, and then we're going to do our regular shopping and head back out here. So I'll be curious tomorrow to see how many have their masks on and how many have their masks off at the stores there. We'll both have our masks on here. a little too early yet. We'll let all the other people take the chance, and then we'll go from there. We'll let them be the guinea pigs. Thanks, Mike, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening there. And let's stay in Oxford and see Robert, VE1 RMJ, VE1 JB.
VE1 JBL, VE1 RMJ. Good evening to you, Jim, and good evening again to Mike there and all those on frequency this evening. I missed some of the net there. Kind of had a late supper there tonight, but things sound like they're going along pretty good. I won't keep it. 7-3 to everybody. I hope they have a great evening. VE1 JBL, VE1 RMJ.
Yeah, okay, very good, Robert. Yeah, I haven't even got your live feed up here tonight, so I don't even know what's going on in the chat box. If anything's going on there or not. Never even got a chance to bring that up here tonight here. So very good. Thanks, Robert, for everything there. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go back down to the valley and see Bill, VA1 BIL, VE1 JBL.
VE1 JBL, VA1 BIL here in just outside of Kingston, Indianapolis Valley, coming through Kentville Repeater. Yeah, great to get in on the net here, Jim. I just about missed it there. I was out all day working on putting in a new garage door, and I just had to do the wiring and the set up the sensors and the adjustments there this afternoon. But it was pretty chilly out there. I was out for about 4 hours today. So anyway, it's finished and working great, and a lot quieter now than the old one. That's for sure. The other one was about 30 years old. So anyway, it served its purpose. That's all about all I have for the net tonight. Great job. I appreciate you doing it, and looking forward to Smart. And 7-3 to everybody, and hope you have a great week. VA1 BIL.
The VA1 BIL, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Bill. Got everything there and good on the new garage door. Well, if the other one was 30 years, I guess it doesn't know anything, Bill. So good on that. And very good. Thanks very much for taking part. Yep, it'll be nice to meet up with you at Smart there for sure. So 7-3. Okay, and let's go into Lower Woods Harbor and see Guy, VE1 ABX, the VE1 JBL.
Yeah, good evening there, Jim. 7-3's all. Tried to get in on the first round, but I guess my radio was acting up, so we flipped to a different radio, and here we are. But yeah, it's I see springtime coming. My XYL there had me out doing some chores and making some flower boxes for the window, so we're looking forward to, or she's looking forward to those going up. Me, it is what it is. Anyway, not a whole lot going on there, Jim. I was glad to see Joe get on there, GUI, and whatnot. So I'm glad he's happy with his radio. So I'll cut her back to you there, Jim. Thanks for doing the net. VE1 JBL, VE1 ABX.
Okay, very good, Guy. Good and everything there. Yeah, Joe's sounding really good there on that portable, so everything is working good there. Very good. Thanks very much for taking part. Yes, the wife here, she's rare to get out in the garden. She looks at the garden every day and wonders when that snow is going to disappear here, so she wants to get out there and start digging in there. So now every window is full of plants here right now, Guy. All our windows that are on the sunny side, she has plants in every one of them there. So once you get in the garden, they'll get transplanted. But for now, she has everything in the windows here. So there you go. Thanks, guys. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we've done 2 rounds of everybody. We've done outside the Maritime, so what we're going to do is we're just going to open it up for anybody, anywheres. Anybody, anywheres. I would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. This is your time. Come on in.
Victor Echo 1, Mike Yankee Mobile.
VE1 Foxtrot Oscar X-ray.
VE1 Tango United. VE1 Tango United. Victor Echo 1, Bravo Oscar Foxtrot.
Okay, I got 4 stations at that time. I got VE1MY, VE1FOX, VE1TU, and VE1BOF. Any other light stations I would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Come on in.
Victor Echo 9, Romeo Sierra Hotel.
Okay, and I got right at the end there. Top of the list, VE1MY, VE1JBL. Good evening, Mike. I'm just trying to think. A little early to be coming home from the bowling alley. I'm not quite sure. Come on in. VE1MY, VE1JBL.
VE1JBL, VE1MY. No one goes on bowling. They didn't have too many bowlers, and we didn't either. A lot of them had, a lot of them are away. Anyway, Jim, I'll just give Mark a slate. I'm glad the restrictions easing a little bit. Makes my life a little bit easier, but not much. Anyway, Jim, we'll talk to you later. VE1JBL, VE1MY.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. Question for you. I called in. Well, no, I didn't call in. I went to the PL net on Saturday, and Joe was doing the net there. Were you taking the daughter back to the island that day?
Negative. I was doing. I did his Friday because he was busy, so I did his Friday. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, very good, Mike. Yeah, I was surprised when I turned it on there, and I heard Joe on there, so I said, oh, maybe Mike's on the road there someplace. So very good. Okay, yeah, I was just checking to see what was going on there. 7-3, thanks very much for taking part, and have yourself a great evening there. We'll be in touch. Let's go down to the 3 Mile Plains and see Curtis, and you're sounding better tonight, Curtis. VE1FOX, VE1JBL.
Hi, VE1JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net. Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Oscar X-ray here in 3 Mile Plains on the 88 repeater. Good evening to you, Jim. Good evening to all operators. Say hi to Mike that's just ahead of me. Well, Jim, I'll tell you, I've been trying since early on. For the early check-in, I tried 4 times and nobody heard me. So I said, well, I'll back down a little bit. So I waited a little bit longer and checked in again, and another 3 or 4 times nobody got me. So I said, well, I'll reach to the better end. Maybe then I can get in. So this is, to me, is the better end. So you're picking me up. So there you go. Hey, something's just hard to get in, Jim. I know that. So we waited. We figured we'd get in sooner or later. But anyhow, weather-wise, you had a beautiful day. Yeah, yesterday was a beautiful day. So go on. Now all you do is clean the lawn all off where they put all the gravel and the sod that they mowed the lawn. Oh, terrible mess. Every year I got to go through this. I said I'm going to have to break down by a snow blower, and then that way I can do it. If I put them on, then I ain't going to worry about it. I'll still wipe them off. Besides that, Jim, that's about it. So we'll let it go. Just getting around soon, getting ready to go to bed. It's been 8:30, so I guess we'll soon be pulling the plug. So thanks for getting me in there, Jim. It's always a pleasure to get on the Fusion Net there, that's for sure. There, we like the audio and stuff, and everybody sounds so good, you know. It's just great. So anyhow, we'll keep up with her. So we'll give it back to you for the evening, Jim. You have a great evening, and all the rest have one as well there, whoever's still listening in. So Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima, VU1, Foxtrot Oscar X-ray here in 3 Mile Plains. Back to you, Jim. Have a great evening. 7-3.
Yeah, okay, very good, Curtis. Good on everything there, and you're sounding quite chipper, Curtis. So you're feeling much better, I assume.
V1 JBL V1 FOX. Oh yeah, a lot better there, Jim, for sure there. That stuff all left me there. I don't know. I have a terrible thing of getting up in the morning, Al. I used to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Now it's 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30, and oh, well, it just takes the goodness right out of me there. So, anyways, but as far as feeling good, yes, I do feel good. That's for sure. Thanks for asking there. Take care, Jim. Again, there. Have a great evening. V1 Foxtrot, Oscar X-ray, we'll clear. Back to you, Jim.
Okay, very good, Curtis. Yeah, it's good to have you back in chipper there. You can sure tell the difference when you're feeling down there. So good to have. Good. I'm glad everything's working out there. Thanks, Curtis. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now, and I'm glad you stuck around there and finally get in there. Okay, let's go up to Fredericton, VE1TU. VE1JBL, and I think the name there is Dennis. I'm just trying to find it here. VE1TU, and I think this is the first time I've spoken to you on here. Yeah, Dennis from Fredericton. VE1TU, VE1JBL. Come on in.
VE1 Juliet Bravo Lima. This is VE1 Tango United. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to all on the net. Well, it may be the first and maybe the second time. I called in on the second go-around, but I think Vern's alligator got me. So we just hung in here and waited till he got on to calls from anywhere. Well, it was a beautiful day here today in Fredericton. Yeah, the snow's pretty well gone. Little ice in the shady spots, but looking real good. So I went out for a little drive this afternoon up to Tim Hortons, only 2.5 blocks away. And it's nice to see the streets so bare and dry, and the driving is excellent. I don't like to go out when the roads aren't very good, so stay in a lot during the winter time, but starting to go now. Well, Jim, I guess I just might say that our temperature this afternoon, I think, got up to as high as 18. But the sending unit is out on the deck, and it is a little higher than the street temperatures. So it was a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. I guess that's about it this evening, Jim. So it's back to you. This is the VE1 Tango United.
Okay, very good, Dennis. Good and everything there, and good to have you on board there on the Maritime Fusion net there. Welcome to Fusion, and I think you're enjoying yourself on there, so it's a great mode, that's for sure. Anyways, have yourself a great evening here, and yeah, spring has sprung here also. We still have lots of snow in the yard here, but it's going away very quickly here. So another couple of weeks and it will pretty well be done. But we may get some more snow before then too. So we'll see. Thanks, Dennis. Have yourself a great evening. There, 7-3 for now. VE1BOF, VE1JBL. Good evening, Chris.
VE1JBL, VE1BOF. Yeah, good evening, Jim, and thanks for calling me in. And I almost forgot all about the net tonight till I turned on my little handheld here and realized, oh yeah, there's a net. So, yeah, not much going on here. Went to work today and got another one done, so another day closer to retirement, I guess. Hope everyone has a good rest of the week coming up, and the worst is out of the way. Other than that, I don't really have any more news to pass on other than waiting for a nice warm day, and I got 200 feet of RG213 and new solder on ends for the cable, and can't wait to put it up. So back to you, VE1JBL, VE1BOF.
Yeah, okay, good, Chris. Good on everything there, and yeah, good luck on the cable when you be able to get at it and get out there for sure there. So 7-3, have yourself a great evening there. Okay, let's go see Reg, VE9RSH, VE1JBL. Good evening.
VE1JBL, VE9RSH. Good to hear you, Jim, on the radio. Just happened to turn it on at the right moment and fix the net. Not much to report here in the metropolis of Berry Mills. So 73 to all, and it's good to hear everybody out there. And looking forward to spring coming. Back to net control.
Yeah, okay, very good, Reg. Yep, yeah, everybody is for sure there. So have yourself a great evening. Thanks very much for taking part. Okay, it's past 8:30 here, so let's make this the last call. This will be the last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Any stations that would like to check in, this is the last call. Come on in.
Victor Alpha 1, Mike Romeo Tango, VA1 MRT.
VE1 Alpha Japan, Quebec.
Okay, I got two stations that time. We got VA1 MRT and VE1 AJQ. Any other stations? This is the last call. Last call. Any other stations?
CKN.
Okay, got another station that time, VE1CKN. Again, this is the last call. Last call. Any other stations that want to check in before we close? Last call. Okay, well, that's silence. We'll take the last three. Let's go into Cape Breton and see Matt. VA1 MRT, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
Yeah, VE1 JBL, VA1 MRT. How you doing there, Jim, and everyone else here? Managed to squeak in here at the end of it. Finally got the oldest fella to bed, and I was kind of monitoring to the net there earlier, but when it was finally time to take him upstairs, I thought I was going to miss it, but lo and behold, come in the shop here and heard the station still coming in, so I thought I'd wait a little bit and finally get in and put a mark in the book. Other than that, she was a nice day up here in the island. She was cool, but it was still a beautiful day. Can't complain. The snow that we did get didn't last too long. She warmed up to about 3 degrees, and it was just enough to get rid of it all and get us ready for whatever mess was coming there Friday. So we'll see what takes place there. Anyway, not gonna hold it. I know it's past 8:30, so 33, Jim, and hope you and everyone else here on the net has a great week, and we'll catch you on down the log. Victor Alpha 1, Mike Romeo Tango.
Yeah, okay, very good, Matt. Yeah, good on everything there, and good on the weather there, and yeah, you're sounding good there. No problem at all there. Have yourself a great evening. Thanks again for taking part there. Let's go into Westcott, outside of Sackville, New Brunswick, and see Bob. VA1 AJQ, VE1 AJQ, VE1 JBL.
Yes, James, quite a mouthful. I know. Anyways, nothing new, stranger starting. Another miserable weekend coming up, I see, and so on. So I'll just say 7-3 to everybody, and this is VE1 AJQ.
Yeah, okay, Bob, very good. Yeah, short and to the point. Yeah, good on the weather. Yeah, we are supposed to get something here, so we'll see how much we get there. At least it's the end of March now. I think he's going to stick around very long, that's for sure. 7-3, Bob, have yourself a great evening there. And the final to close it off tonight and tie up the ribbon here is Andre over in Shediac, VE1 CKN, VE1 JBL. Andre, very good evening.
V1JBL and the group, everybody on the Maritime Fusion net. Don't have much to report. I was busy on HF and I could see activity on the Fusion, and I was just in time to say hi to everybody. Thank you, Jim, for hosting the net, and hope everybody has a good evening. B1C again, Andy from the Shediac area.
Yeah, okay, very good, Audrey. Good on everything there, and nice to hear you in there. I don't think you take in very often here, but good to have you in there tonight, and thanks very much for taking the time to take part. 7-3, have yourself a great evening. Okay, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to close the net. We had 47 check-ins tonight there, so another pretty good net there. We'd like to thank all the amateurs for checking in tonight. We also want to thank the owners of the repeaters and the nodes who linked in tonight for helping us expand the area for local hams to check in. A recap of the net will be sent out to all members via email when I give the when I send out the reminder next Wednesday. You'll get the recap of tonight's net there. For more information about the Maritime Fusion net, go to the Moncton and Area ARC website at www.maarc.ca. That's Mike Alpha Romeo Charlie at CA, and click on Club Activities and then Nets. Now that the net is concluded, the CQ Maritime room is now open for general use. This is Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima. My name is Jim out in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia, saying 7-3. Good night, all.
Yeah, V1JBL, V9VA for recheck.
LS2, I guess I didn't get heard at the end there, over.
Hi, Peter. VE1PS, VE1JBL. No, we got you in here, Peter. Yeah, I just heard you at the end there. I was shutting you off there. We'll add you in there. Come on in. Give a little transmission there.
Oh, just a quick check-in. I've been busy this evening working from home and tried to hop in at the end there. So no further traffic. Excited to see that you sold out the Smart Symposium, and looking forward to that, making our way up there on the 30th. So other than that, I wish everybody to stay well, and we'll chat soon. Back to you, Jim. V1JBL in the group, V1PS 7-3.
Yeah, it is all sold out there, and I did put an announcement out there that the flea market is open to all, even though it's sold out for the classes. The flea market will be open all day for any amateurs that want to come in and take in the flea market. So, and I also put in the notice that I sent out today there, if anybody who is registered can't make it, let me know, and that'll open up a spot. And I do have a few other people here that do want to get in here. And I will put a standby list on there, and then we'll fix everybody up the best we can there. But yeah, the flea market again is open to everybody. You don't have to register for that. Just come in, pay your dues, and walk in and go to the flea market there. So I think it's going to be a great day, Peter. Everybody's looking forward there. As long as we can keep the COVID down here and we don't get locked down again, I think everything will be all right here. So very good. Thanks, Peter, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening there. Joe, did I see you in there? I thought I saw JC in there. If you want to, JC, are you there, Joe?
Yes, I am, Jim. Yeah, I just wanted to jump in right quick and give you another check-in, too. I'm sorry about that. I just I was on HF there talking to Peter there, V1PJS, and forgot all about it, that this is Wednesday night. So, apologize for that, and another late check-in there, over.
Yeah, okay, Joe, no problem at all. You make 49, so just shy of the big 5-0 there, so very good. No, thanks very much for taking part there. We got you in here and marked in, so good on everything. Okay, let me see. Vern, I think Vern was going to ask me a question or something there. VE9, VEA, VE1JBL. Come on in, Vern.
JBL, just doing a quick recheck with you. I don't know if Curtis VE1FOX is still on frequency, but I'm going to pass it on to you and Curtis. Jim, if Curtis has trouble like that checking in, just pass the microphone over to one of the dogs, Curtis. Then we'll hear you.
So that's the solution to a rough time checking in, Curtis. Give the mic to one of the dogs after 2 or 3 tries. V1JBL, I'll say 7-3s to you. 7-3s Curtis. And 7-3s to everybody. Bye-bye.
Victor, Echo 9, Papa Angel November.
Yeah, hi, Bert. I get you there, VE9PAN. Just stand by. Curtis, if you're still on there, did you want to reply to Vern there? Go ahead. I think he must have signed off for the evening there, Vern. But anyways, thanks, Vern. Have yourself a great evening there. Bert, come on in. You make the big 5-0 here. VE9PIN, VE1JBL.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I was just catching up on some other stuff here, and I've been trying to get across there for the past few days to go pick up a new Fusion repeater, but oh, this is a big one. Got to make some tests in the States, and got to register, pre-register for it, and you have to do it a day in advance, and it's rebooked. It was booked for today, but couldn't make it due to trouble in the registration, and got another try for 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. So going to go try to go across and make that COVID test, and then wait to make sure it's good, and then pick up the repeater and bring it back to Canada there. So this will be the 5th one for the club here. So we're getting there. Hi. Good evening, everyone. Pleasant evening and a good week. And I think they're calling for snow for us there on the weekend. And I think it's going to be over our head. Not much else in New Brunswick, but in the northwest region for sure. So we'll be digging at it again. 7-3s.
Okay, very good, Bert. Good on everything there. The new repeater. Where's the new repeater going to go, Bert? Is this replacing another one, or have you got a new spot for a Fusion repeater there? Go ahead.
Well, for the moment, it's a DR2X, so it's going to replace the 1X that we had put up in Saint-Quentin. And the one from Saint-Quentin is going to go, I'm not sure, but maybe down the valley there between Grand Falls and Fredericton. There we need an internet provider somewhere to feed us, and if we find something, we'll put it up